Hi students, in mechanical property of fluids session 2, today I will discuss viscosity. All of you get each and everything about the viscosity in that video. All of you see up to the last and subscribe it. The viscosity, it is a property of fluid by virtue of which an internal force acts between the layers of the fluid. An internal viscous friction force act between the layers of the fluids. It opposes the relative motions of the layer of the fluid. Let us consider there is a horizontal surface at which a steady motion of the fluid is there. The entire fluid we divide in number of layers. Entire fluid we divide in the number of layers. Lowest layer, which is in contact with the surface, it has a zero velocity. It is in rest, we consider it, and the topmost layer have maximum velocity. The first question arises, why there is a viscous force will act. Suppose upper layer start to move, so it want the lower layer just below this, it move with this, so it have a tendency to move along with it. But lower layer, it want to resist its motion due to friction. In this way, there is a drag force or an opposing force act between these two layers which oppose the relative motion of this. So we can say a drag force act opposite to the motion of the fluid. A velocity of the fluid in this direction, fluid flow in this direction, or a drag force act in opposite direction. It occur due to interatomic force between the molecules. Okay, this drag force, if you practically observe, now before this drag force I discuss velocity gradient. Velocity gradient. Suppose we consider this layer A or this layer B. Already I told you the upper layer have more velocity as compared to lower layer. Suppose first layer have more velocity than second have more velocity than third have more velocity than fourth, and so on. But let us consider the lowest layer which is in contact with the surface. It is almost at rest. Now suppose the velocity of layer A is v plus delta v, and velocity of B is next layer is v. So what is the difference in velocity? Delta v. Difference in velocity delta v. Now what is the distance between there? Layer is moving in horizontal direction. So we take the distance between these two layers in vertical direction, normal to the direction of flow, which is delta x. The distance between these two layers A and B is delta x. So what is the velocity gradient? Velocity gradient is change in velocity per unit distance, or this distance is normal to the direction of the velocity of the fluid. So delta v by delta x, it is a velocity gradient. Now practically we observed the drag force is directly proportional to area of contact of the layer of fluid. What is the area of contact? Suppose I draw this layer A. It is a layer A, this one. Or suppose it is, I just zoom it, layer B. It is a layer B. It is A. Okay, the distance between them is delta x. Is it right? And the area of the contact of these two layers is A. The area of the contact of these two layers, suppose it is layer A, it is layer B. So this area is known as area of contact, not this area, not area of cross section, area of contact we take. The area of contact Drag force is directly proportional to area of contact. A drag force is directly proportional to change in velocity per unit distance or velocity gradient. The drag force we can say proportional to A delta V by delta X, or we can write Fd is equal to minus eta A delta V by delta X. What is eta? Eta is mathematically we can say proportionality constant, but it is a here coefficient of viscosity. Coefficient of viscosity. What is the significance of this negative sign? Negative sign show drag force always act opposite to the direction of velocity. Drag force always act opposite to the direction of velocity. Is it right? Or we can write eta is equal to drag force upon A delta V by delta X. If area of contact is 1 meter square and delta V by delta X, what is its unit? Its unit is second inverse, 1 second inverse. Then coefficient of viscosity is equal to drag force. In this condition, we say coefficient of viscosity is equal to drag force. So if the area of contact is 1 meter square and the velocity of gradient is 1 second inverse, then coefficient of viscosity is equal to drag force. Now, what is the SI unit of coefficient of viscosity? What is the SI unit of coefficient of viscosity? देखिए eta is equal to Fd upon A delta V by delta X. The SI unit will be SI unit of coefficient of viscosity is equal to Newton meter square meter per second upon meter. So it will be Newton second per meter square. The SI unit is Newton second per meter square, or we can say CGS unit of eta will be equal to dyne second per centimeter square. Is it right? Or we say poise. Poise is a CGS unit. Generally in numerical, in questions, in article, you will get the unit of coefficient of viscosity in poise. A poise is not a SI unit. It is a CGS unit. 1 Newton second per meter square is equal to 10 poise. Suppose in numerical is given the 1 poise. The coefficient of viscosity is 1 poise. Then in SI unit you will take 0.1 Newton second per meter square. Is it right? So it is about coefficient of viscosity. Viscosity depend on the temperature and pressure. So first we discuss with temperature. The characteristic of the fluid, it means the gas or liquid are different for temperature. It means liquid has different characteristic and gas has different characteristic. First we discuss for liquid. As we increase the temperature, kinetic energy of the molecule increases. Is it right? When the kinetic energy of the molecule increase, interatomic bond will weak. Or we can say, as we increase the temperature, or with the temperature, coefficient of viscosity decrease. As we increase the temperature, coefficient of viscosity of liquid, I am saying for liquid, it decrease. For gases, it depends on rate of diffusion. When the layer of the gases are flowing, depend on the rate of diffusion. Or rate of diffusion, it depend on, directly proportional to square root of the temperature. Is it right? So as we increase the temperature, the coefficient of viscosity increase. Coefficient of viscosity increase, or coefficient of viscosity is directly proportional to square root of the temperature. Now with pressure, how the fluid behave with pressure. So as we increase the pressure in a liquid, first we again it have dual characteristic. For liquid it have different characteristic, for gases it have different characteristic. For liquid, as we increase the temperature, the coefficient of viscosity increase, except water. Water have different characteristic. Except water, coefficient of viscosity increase with temperature. As we increase the temperature, coefficient of viscosity increase. Or for water, coefficient of viscosity decrease with temperature. Water different characteristic. Coefficient of viscosity decrease with temperature. Or for gases, gases are independent, or coefficient of viscosity of gases are independent of temperature. It does not depend on temperature. Okay, not depend. It does not depend on pressure. Okay. Because with pressure again liquid or gases have different characteristics. So for liquid, as we increase the pressure, coefficient of viscosity increase, except water. Okay. And for water, as we increase the pressure, coefficient of viscosity decrease for water. Or for gases, it is independent of pressure. Independent of pressure. प्रेशर पे डिपेंड नहीं करती. ओके बेटा. Applications of viscosity. First, the application of the viscosity is majorly used in an engine. Engine is then, whereas the engine running, the temperature increase. The variation with temperature of viscosity help us to select the suitable lubricant. How the viscosity vary with temperature, it is the most important factor for engine, any type of engine. Second, viscosity used in buffers. All of you have seen between the two bogies of the train there is just like a shock absorber. So when we do the shunting of train, or when the train stop, if there is no buffers or no shock absorbers, the bogies will collide with each other. So it absorbs the shock. To use as buffers, so high viscous fluid used in buffers. Or have you seen a shock absorber in car, bikes, etc., etc. So we use high viscous fluid in that also. Third, knowledge of viscosity to use the shape और size of molecules. Viscosity से हम shape और size of molecule भी find out कर लेते हैं. Viscosity play an important role in the circulation of blood in a human body, in arteries, etc. Arteries, veins, etc. So how much a particular viscosity is required. If viscosity of the blood increase, so what happen? It moves slow. So it create problem in heart. Either increase the cholesterol, etc. is nothing. It is a increase in viscosity of the blood. The millikands also used to find the charge on electron by using the concept of viscosity. These are the major use, or we use in mechanical engineering, etc. So much there is a use where we use the fluid, where we use fluid, there is flow of steam, flow of any fluid, we use viscosity. Viscosity has a major role in a characteristic of fluid. Okay beta, bye.